I'm Brad Silver, and I'm the CEO of Computable Genomics. And I'm going to talk to you today about personalized medicine and the biomarker revolution, or is it biomarkers and personalized medicine revolution? So it's biomarkers and the personalized medicine revolution. So there you see my monogrammed bottle of pills, because this is all about personalized medicine. And the middle name is Ryan, if anybody had any questions about that. So first, welcome to your genome. Essentially, we've all seen the helix, and that's made up of what they call 3 billion base pairs, 22,000 genes. And that's basically blueprints for everything that happens in your body in terms of making proteins. So 22,000 genes interact in billions of ways through different pathways. And variances in the genes can determine differences in how we react to different things, whether we get a cancer or what have you. So a variance within a gene is known in the industry as a SNP, which stands for single nucleotide polymorphism. And SNPs help to determine your predisposition, the mutations, the SNPs in your gene. And what it is a difference between an A and a T or a C and a G. So biomarkers are used to make predictions, your response to a drug therapy, or your predisposition to get a disease, so your disease risk. And so what we're doing is we're measuring these SNPs or these variants. And the story here, particularly when it comes to drugs, is not everybody responds to a drug. If you look at these curves here, you see that nothing gets to 100%. So depending on the dosage, that drives how much percentage of the population responds. So one of the things people want to be able to predict with biomarkers is side effects. So when Selma Hayek took that antidepressant, they told her about the weight issue, but not about the hair growth issue. And then the other thing you want to know is, will there be an effect? So it's complicated. Let's talk about statins for a second, which is an anti-cholesterol drug. There's 9 different types of statins. Side effects can be muscle cramping, it can be muscle loss, it can be something called a neuropathy. And how do they choose today? Well, the doctor says, here, try this statin first. And then he says, come back in a month and we'll see if it's working. So it's really all about trial and error today. And biomarkers can help to eliminate some of the trial and error. And it's really great. I mean, it starts literally with a saliva swab. You take a swab, you do a test on that swab to see what kinds of mutations the person has in their DNA. And that can help to predict how they're going to respond to a drug therapy. So you run it over fancy equipment, that saliva swab, your DNA, and you come up with charts that look very confusing, but some people are able to interpret them, that can help you to determine your predisposition to respond. And then you can make, with better information, you can make better decisions. So here you see 3 different brands of statins, pretty ominously illuminated. Anyway, and really it comes down to who benefits. And the benefits are, of course, patients, drug companies, because in some cases they may prescribe more, in some cases maybe a little less. Technology providers, all of us who are looking at the biomarker business. And then why do they benefit? Improved quality of care, reduced liability cost. So over 770,000 people either got ill or died from adverse drug effects, estimated to be $15.4 billion. So fueling the revolution is technology. I mean, this is all about technology. So 10 years ago, it cost $1 billion to do 1 genome sequence. Today, it costs $15,000. So technology really put us in the game. Major gates to adoption of this technology is physician knowledge. So 98% of physicians think that genetics impacts drug response, but only 12% are prescribing tests. The other thing is test development, reimbursement, of course, federal regulations. So I can't resist making business pitches, but the biomarker market is huge and expanding. It's estimated to basically double in the next 5 years. So there's a lot of heat and activity in the biomarker market. Headlines tell the story. Molecular diagnostic market heating up, biomarkers poised for breakout moment. So really, there's a really confluence of technology and event and need that's very exciting. And I think this is interesting too. This is one of the world's premier investors, Kleiner Perkins, Byers Caulfield. This is Brooke Byers. 8 of his 10 investment are all geared around personalized medicine. So it's a pretty compelling story. So really the revolution is coming, and hopefully we'll all be able to jump on board. And thank you.